Hello and welcome to our second CPD session. In this one we'll examine Resource Pack 2, A Brief History of Mars. If you have not yet looked through the topic's resource pack, we would recommend that you do so before continuing with this video. The link is available in the description. Now that we've thoroughly examined the material, let's go through the resources for this session. The basic outline of all of these resource packs can be found within the teacher guide for each. However, we would like to stress that these were not written with the intent of being read verbatim. So feel free to be creative with the material, adapting it to your own unique teaching style, and have fun. All of the information you need is within the teacher notes, but there's far more available online about each of the topics. So if you do wish to supplement the material, please feel free to do so. This lesson will allow you to take your class on a journey through the Martian geological timeline, whilst discussing potential habitability of each period and how Mars has changed. This starts with the pre-Noachian era and the dawning of the solar system. At this point, Mars was covered in hot oceans. As the oceans of Mars vanished, this of course very much changed the planet. So we now go into a video of a lab demonstration illustrating a potential explanation for the modern absence of liquid water on the surface of Mars. With this we enter a group discussion. The topic will be on what the pupils think would happen to the human body under such low pressures. We now move on to our next time period, the Noachian. This was a time of heavy volcanicity and introduces to your class the idea of Mars's volcanic activity, which will be the theme of Lesson 3. We then turn our attention to the Danakil Depression, here on Earth, which can act as a terrestrial analogue for the Tharsis region of Mars. Then we continue on through our timescale to the Hesperian era. This is the time when life on Earth first began. Mars, however, had its temperatures plummet to what we see it today. And finally, in our journey through the history of Mars, we arrive at the Amazonian era, the time period Mars has been in for the last 2.5 billion years. Now that the pupils have an overview of the full history of Mars, it's time for another group discussion, where they take what they learnt about extreme life in the last lesson and assess when in Mars's history they think it would have been most likely to harbour life. Lastly, we close out with a few questions linking back to the session in order to reinforce the subjects taught. Join us next time for our session on the resource pack for Lesson 3, Volcanoes on Mars.